Now I must grab a hold of a mouse. Mouse and keyboard. Switch this. 1 sec. You'll see it so soon. Perfect. Alright. Stream, what is this? 4 of Titanium Court? And I think we're set for success. We're going to be so successful today in Titanium Court. 2 keys retrieved. This is 1 of 13 curses. Top net worth 31. Alright, so these are actually filling in now. Did we start last stream and we didn't have anything in any of these? I think so. We, in theory, have the ability to skip just runs, which I'm definitely going to want to see what that process looks like. So we'll see that after I attempt an actual run against the goats. As with this job. What is it called? Market job. Market job. I think through the power of money and capitalism, I can defeat the goats handily. I think. And I think we're going to go directly into that. I've set up the goats. We have the ability to set up the boss we want. I'm doing that. Goats. Yeah. I think this is... We're going to buy our way to victory, I think. After breakfast, the court goes to war. Thermostats, comfort up to 4, strife up to 1. I'm gonna still... We're comforting all the way. We love... Start with the ability to produce lumberjacks. Maybe decrease enemy precipitation by 25%. This is actually pretty good. I like that. Plus, your comfort receives a workshop that follows you from battle to battle. A workshop. Starting with mulligans, we didn't get last time. Mulligans actually really helped for like the really unfortunate situations that like you just like couldn't, and for only at 1 comfort cost. The mulligans like getting you out of a jam where like you just an unforeseen like situation or something you didn't account for happens to you, and you're like, damn, that's really helpful. I'm gonna take that. I'm taking it. I'm not taking the calculator. Robin can... I'm going to take that as well. Enemy precipitation down. Start with extra 2. Start with a basic income of 2 at the start of every that. Tied. I'm... Produce miners. Miners. I'm gonna take the basic income. That's fine too. Let's go. Let's go straight to victory. This is a no fuck around. We're just winning. Just winning. Birds and goons. Boats, goons. What are my available units in this? We have boats. We're a boat. We start with boats. That is true. Birds, goons. Missing woods. Let's do that. Here we go. What does the vending machine have for sale? You cannot reach the machine during high tide, but you can gaze upon the bounty it contains. So the vending machine, we can trade food at market price or trade water at market prices. Doesn't really do us much because we already have like shop. We have shop. Okay, every time I boot up this game, I got to go into like a completely different mindset. I've got to be like, I have to turn like my brain on. It's such a weird game in that like the match 3 thing is such a minor aspect, but then you have to like switch into that mode of your brain. And then you're like also like, okay, strategy wise, I like lock in. I think it should be easy. I think beating the goats with this current job is easy. Set for success, but I can't become complacent. I can't just expect this to be handed a victory. I must still perform decently. So let's go. Don't like this here. I'm trying to get like the building things. There we go, down here more. There we go, there are no enemies on the board. We're doing good that way. If I can just keep it like that, we'd have a free round. And I'm by water, because we want to keep a water tile by us so that we can then farm a shit ton. That's the plan. This is good. You love to see this. Oh! There was an enemy that got summoned and then immediately wiped. How excellent. Oh, I just keep not ending the round. My greed sickens me. Oh my god, the game won't allow me to get out. An enemy appears, of course. I don't think I can get rid of... Actually, no. That's not happening. I'll face one bird summoned after. I'll get that. What is this? Archer? That's cool. We needed a ground unit. Am I afraid of the birds at all? At all. I'm gonna try to be smart about what rates we're trading in at, you know? Like I'm gonna get a lot of food this round from the boats. So really, I'm fine with selling this at a rate of like this. If I can summon like 2 archers, then I'm good. We will have... I probably want... like that. Just hammer that button. I think I'm fine with that. I just hope the archers stay close enough so that when the bird does come, they start getting fired at. Here it comes! Get ready to shoot down that bird. No, archers! Archers! Look to the left! They're so dumb. They're so dumb. I didn't even need to summon them because they're not even looking. They're not even looking. Oh, we have the chance of getting the football to the end if we, again, pay off. Which? Oh, should I have stockpiled money for the first goat? Is the first goat round come up here? Oh, I should have remembered that. Knights and goons? I'm fine with knights and goons. You feel a slight twinge of irritation as another toll booth comes into view. Right on schedule, a dire goat emerges from the booth and motions to the sign. According to the sign, the current toll is 4. Oh, I'll pay that. That's easy. Yeah. What's the sign say? You look through a spyglass at the sign in the distance. Your courtiers gather around you with mild interest. You dutifully begin an explanation of the vehicular maneuver known as a U-turn when... Oh, there's no need for explanations, Your Majesty. After all, this is not a mortal spell. It's not? Of course not. It's an old fairy spell used for millennia. It means you cannot turn back now, or there's no changing what has transpired, or only the future awaits, or most simply never look back. Spells such as these could help the course of events in order, Your Majesty. Even shape the flow of the tide. Their curiosity satiated, your courtiers whisper among themselves as they exit the scene. Those words feature quite prominently in the story of Orpheus. Do mortals no longer tell his tale? It must now be integrated into their inscrutable mythology of cars. I expect contemporary Orpheus now bargains with a Ford F-150 or some such to retrieve the soul of his beloved. Well, as long as the shape of the story survives, who are we to judge? That's good. I'm gonna pay the toll. With a small bit of resentment, you fork over the cash. The goat nods and lifts the barrier for whatever that's worth. He also now joins your side of the battle. Bonus. Oh yeah, they joined the side. Okay, honestly, what are the stages of the toll? It's like 4, 8. Doesn't it just increase? Is it 16 or 12 the next? And then you got like the boss amount, which is like 30 something at the first stage. And then it increases each time. So I think we're got to make sure we have like plenty of cash heading into those rounds, because you can't pay the toll. You can't sell off your things until you would lose the ability to pay the toll. So we got to make sure we head into those maps with a good chunk of money. So like this round and next round, I really like have to have like a good chunk in hand, and especially for the boss part. I would hate to lose this, even though I have set up so well in theory. Yeah, you can't trade with market while that's going on, so we don't need that. Let's just play the game. Our goat will kill people. That's the good thing. Our goat's gonna do fucking work for sure. Resources we want, but we don't want to lose access to the water again, because the water is our main money maker at the moment. Because then we can trade a ton of extra food for money. I need to summon boats, wood. So we do need wood here. But I can also trade in for wood quite easily once we start setting up. So I'm not too pressed. Whoa, 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 whoa. I love when that happens. These guys are going to come through here. I would like it if I didn't have to summon any defensive things, because I'm greedy. I'll take that. Let me first trade with market. So we need, again, wood. We got a lot of wood there. 14 is pretty dang good. Like I said, I think we can get away mostly with... have a stockpile of that going. And then we can get 4 wood with 1. Is that what that's basically saying? That is exactly what it's saying. That's a good market price. For wood, for us buying, wood is as bad. I think that's the route we go. And then, yeah, goat's gonna fuck these guys up. Our only 2 enemy spaces are here and here, and they defend. They're the knights. They only defend. They're not even going to be coming at us. It's just going to be the goat attacking. Easy round. Come on, boats, work! Pluck food! I love it. We're a peaceful court this round. With the toll paid and the battle weathered, the Dark Oak gives you a nod before returning to his toll booth and drifting away with the tide. Alright, we gotta make sure we have money for after this, like heading into. Enemies, wormholes and goons, knights and goons, catapults and goons. Don't like catapults. Definitely. Knights and goons is easy to deal with, honestly. The knights aren't a problem. We're not looking for fights. You know what I mean? And so they just sit there. And then we basically are just fine. We are just fine. Couldn't be better. I want to get away from the middle, though. It always seems like very advantageous to like get out of the middle. You know what I mean? Like go away. Get away from me. Enemies obliterated. There are no enemies on the screen. We could, in theory, just position ourselves for success. Again. Or am I feeling greedy? No, you got greedy. Okay, I'm fine with this. I'm just gonna move up. An extreme safe round. Increases max heart by 10 for 8 money. Remember, I gotta keep money into next round, so I gotta... But having more health is nice. Archer Outpost. I know this seems crazy, but I'm gonna get money. We're getting money this round because we don't have to buy any. I'd need, I'll buy a little more wood. Or not wood, food. I always get like the... There we go. I think I'm fine with this. Oh, I didn't think to... Well... Oh, I don't need to buy any of these now. I'm not... Again, not pressed. Yes, all the food. Our surplus of food. I think monetarily I'm making sense. It'd be very funny if I went back and did the math and I'm actually like losing money on all the units I'm purchasing and then they're not making back enough food to make sense for the money. It'd be very funny to me. Birds and goons, birds and goons. I mostly look at the enemies to see what I'm dealing with. Because I think they're the most things that you have to be worried about, obviously. So I'm going with this. Red on schedule, encounter the second toll booth, home of the second dire goat. All right, bro, you know the drill. Cross the bridge, pay a toll. Toll days 8. Chop chop. I'm paying. With a small bit of resentment, you fork over the cash. There we go. That's more like it, bro. Now, excuse me while I collect the toll from these other losers. Thanks, goat. That's why he's the goat. The goat. All right. What kind of... We need wood. Wood is good. Wood is good, he says. Because wood gets us boats. And we're going to need boats for fishing. So let's focus on that. If we can. There's the egg. We're definitely going to take the egg. I'm feeling egg-like. We might not even need the goat. I mean, we're sitting pretty. Oh. I'd rather be safe. Oh. Whatever. I don't even think... I mean, it can come across like this. Ah. Whatever. I'm not afraid. You think I'm afraid of these guys? One's a knight. So only one's going to be coming at me. The goat's going to come and do stuff, probably. Once again, you have the option of picking up a football with the understanding that you'll receive a penalty if it's destroyed. Do I take the money? Full health? No. 22 foods? No. 22 water. I think I just take the money. You collect the signing bonus along with the egg, thus assuming responsibility for shepherding it to victory. Yeah, we got this. It's safe here on this round especially, too. Like, right here in a weird spot, but... What is this? Absorb surrounding water to recover health. Scamp. Trust fund. Offensive tool doubles in sell value every battle, otherwise useless. I'll take that. Miner. Could I use a miner right now? Trade wood. Yeah. Yeah. For 2 foods, for 2 foods. Sure. And now we can do because we're going to be getting some stone. And we don't need stone to make any of our units currently, so I think selling that's fine. We're fine with water too. This we can sell. And then we would probably want to buy... I don't think we need to buy an archer. I don't think these guys are gonna worry me. Plus, I have this archer stationed right here. So if a guy comes through over the hill and then this way, archer starts firing at him. That's assuming the goat doesn't make it to that guy first. I say we don't need this because we're not next to that. You would have to traverse over a hill, and that's just slow as shit. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. Go. And go! That enemy unit is walking towards the goat. It's just gonna die. Oh, the goat doesn't even care. Oh, it just goes for the units. It's bouncing back and forth. It is attacking the toll booth, but it doesn't matter. I thought the goat attacks the person, but it doesn't. It just goes for the buildings for some reason. Go! The toll booth being hit. Love it. Also, I think we have a good enough money that we're gonna... I think this is already enough to pay the final boss, assuming it goes how I think it would go. Having paid the toll in full, you are in good standing with the goats and can proceed with minimal interference. Yeah, baby. In theory, we just have to make 2 rounds. I care about protecting the egg, for sure. Birds and goons, birds, goons, knights, goons. My face right now is pleased. Is Regigigas pleased? Alright, a lot of enemies units here that I don't like seeing. So I'm gonna start clearing. Could surround myself with water here. Ooh, don't like this. Right next to my egg is actually upsetting. But I can switch its position with that, and then it's defended, and we are defended, and everything is defended. Ultimate defense maneuver. We cannot be touched. They can't cross diagonally, even over hill, if they go over the hill. So now we are just fine. I will sneak a little food. Whoa, 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 whoa. Chill. They literally can't get to me. So what are they going to do? They're going to probably, at worst, they come and attack my archer. Which is... would be sad. Well, I can move my archer. I can move my archer even more down. That would have an archer time to get to me. You consider returning to the potion shop for more love potions. With the glass house on the battlefield, once again, you consider purchasing additional love potions. Your justification for doing so is as follows. First, you are unable to return home when you recently bought the court to victory. According to what the salesman told you, this implies that you have yet to undergo enough change as a person. But despite it being insufficient for this purpose, your experience with the potion of liking baseball has been entirely pleasant. You're not opposed to experimenting further with love potions, especially if they might still lead you home. Except, sorry, Your Majesty, we're all sold out. Someone came in not so long ago and bought out our entire stock. Well, this is somewhat inconvenient. How else are you to achieve sufficient personal change to find your way home? I don't know, have you tried taking up new hobbies? You know, stuff like card collecting, labor organizing, opening jars, turning the thermostat up real high, rearing children. You think he has a somewhat strange idea of what constitutes a hobby. Well, there's not much else you do around these parts. Hey, bet you'll figure it out. Well, okay. Ba-dum. 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 Do I want a scamp? Do I want a barracks? Not really. I'm pretty chill with it all. But we can trade. What's this? 2 food for a money. click it a bunch of extra times. It's fine. Doesn't matter. Go. Me and my egg to success, to victory. They're being pelted by the archer. The archer's doing its good. Oh, yeah. This is the rock is slowing them down so much they can't even do shit. That was so good. Good. Which battlefield should the court traverse now? Water. Danger all boats. Danger all boats. Danger all catapults. I think danger all boats is more doable if I pack myself. They do shoot from a distance, which is upsetting. But if I pack myself surrounded with a bunch of land, they can't do shit. That's a lot of enemy boats, for sure. For sure. Now let's think about clearing some of them. Let's think about eliminating the issue. These wouldn't really be being a problem for me. So right now it would just be these. There we go. There we go. I think I'm perfectly, if I only mess with the things up here now, I think again, we're just safe. Just don't disturb situation up here. I like that. I don't think the boats can come diagonally through. Famous last words. But I think that's the explanation. Game really wants me to buy Scamp. It is a horrible rate for water to be selling. But I could buy a lot of water. It's a good rate to buy water, because then can't I, in theory, just hoarding resources. My greed sickens me, for sure. For sure. I need just a farmer, man. Just a farmer, people. I don't think I need to defend myself. I could do this too. They might be able to come across here and start shooting my farmers as they're on this tile through the rock, like 2 squares away. That's upsetting, but I want to make sure I have money. Okay. I mean, at the end of this, I think this is it was easy, but expertly played by me, all in general. Like, all things considered. I didn't fuck up. That's the important thing. But the victory was handed to me on a silver platter, basically. Just as you approach the climax of today's war, your host makes an appearance. Apologies for the interruption, but we're well aware of the fact that not everyone actually enjoys big battles with formidable foes. For this reason, we've prepared the option of some alternative entertainment in the form of a musical performance. Should you select the alternative entertainment, you'll be taken to victory, the same as if you had defeated your current adversary. Either way, the choice is yours. Listen to a musical performance instead of fighting the boss. I mean, I'm curious. The game has me curious because I'm set up in such a way that I can't lose. But it's like that thought, that process in my head where I'm like, if a game gives you some interesting, potential interesting moment, you should take it up on it. And my only thing is I'm going to be upset if this counts as me not beating the goats. Like, I want this to count still as me beating the goats, taking the egg, the football to the end. Like, I'd be upset if I mean, it's not that hard. If it didn't count as those victories, I could just redo what I just did, right? Pretty easily. Set up the goats again as the boss. Take this job and just redo it. All right, let's listen to a musical performance. Very well, we hope you enjoy the performance. A lone performer with a guitar steps up onto the stage. Oh, it's this guy again. What happened to the final boss symphony orchestra? I thought they were on the schedule. Well, I heard their last performance is still ongoing. Their songs are quite long after all. Eventually, the crowd quiets down and the performance begins.
Hey everybody, my name is A.P. Thompson.
Oh my god.
Today, I have a song that requires a little bit of explanation if you
Sorry, I was turning it up.
before. So, this is a song about Pacific salmon.
It's A.P. Thompson.
And if you didn't know,
Actual.
their whole deal is that when they reach maturity, an entire generation of them will stop eating, physically transform, changing shape, changing color, and then travel for thousands of miles back to the freshwater rivers where they were born, where they proceed to have a really big orgy and then die. All of them. Male, female, they're all dead. Atlantic salmon, maybe 30% of them can survive this, but these are Pacific salmon. No
This is
choice.
brilliant.
Sex is terminal, they're done. And I just thought that was really interesting, and that there should be a song for them, and by extension, a song for anyone else who ever got so horny they could die.
That's me all the time,
The song
honestly.
is called Fuck Off and Die.
I'm gonna turn it up a little.
Late October.
He's actually doing it. That's,
Northern hemisphere, but things are getting hot in here. It's getting pretty weird. Our eyes are bulging into hearts. Our flesh is red and shiny. We're so
I have to applaud.
we're transforming, and we haven't had a bite to eat since we hit fresh water. But we won't be needing eating where we're going tonight. 'Cause where we're from, every wedding is a funeral. And we try to resist, but we're incapable. Sex Sex is an existential threat to members of our species, and yet, we need it. So goodbye, digestive tract, hello libido. We're headed home to fuck and die. We're never coming back alive. So goodbye, Pacific Sea. We hardly knew ye. Thanks for all the food and company. Shout-outs to the marsupial mouse. Shout-outs to the male praying mantis. Shout-outs to every metamorphic insect leaving the cocoon without the tools to survive for more than a day. It's okay. It's okay, just get laid. Totally worth it, so they say. But either way, we've got no choice. Please pray for us. Please pray. Now goodbye, grizzly bear. You almost had me there. Nice try, but we've got better ways to die. And goodbye, virginity. We'll follow you shortly. Let's meet again somewhere on the other sea. Thank you.
That's was incredible. I can't believe I simultaneously can't believe and can believe that that was a thing. With the alternative entertainment now concluded, you and the court proceed with your evening. With the war now behind you, you encounter a memorial dedicated to its victims. Memorial to those fallen in war. Casualty 6. Now, having carried the football from the egg zone to the end zone, your duty of care is complete. Touchdown, spike, ball. Winner. Curse of the Guardianship. A curse is lifted. On this day, the Queen of Titanium Court did unburden her people of the curse of guardianship, and there was jubilation. So that's the football curse. You're going to be honest, given its appearance, you generally expected the football to hatch. Perhaps it was unfertilized. Now, having expended much of its energy during the day, the court retires to bed. Tonight, however, you decline to retire at the usual hour and instead await the court's nightly instability with relative alertness. Takes an irritating amount of time, and you're mostly bored throughout. Perhaps next time you'll allow yourself to nod off. Nervous about potentially losing them again, you pick up all the keys you've managed to retrieve thus far. These keys include create a storage unit, the mystery key, And that's it. Sorry. Okay, so the smart thing is to do, isn't it talk to office, head for the gates, investigate the chapel. Isn't it that one guy that, like, counts our money thing? Before I do the cat thing. Isn't that the whole... No, isn't that in here? Let me talk to... Is it Leland? I think it is. This thing. A net worth of at least 122. Now, if I did the actual last round, I think I could have gotten this easily up to this. But maybe this is enough. Maybe? Good evening, Your Majesty. Shall we perform your last rites? Yes. Sure, might as well get it over with. Leland begins chanting the price of raw materials. So says market for that. I don't know what I'm supposed to... Does this actually impact anything? I'm unaware. See, the numbers are changing here, but I don't see how... So if I match food... That's bad. That seems bad. Should I be not? Oh, wait, no. We want that number to decrease, actually. Wait, so I should be matching... You would want this number to go down, because then that means more money when you would then turn it in. So if it says for water, you'd want to match that. And then water to go down more, because we have a lot of water. And then we have a lot of food, so you'd want to match food, I would assume. And now the final word of market. So 99, 2 for this. I'm going to do rough math. 48. This is almost 50, so it's 49. 49 added to that. Surely this is going to be enough to do the thing. Which means the value of this court's resources adds up to 115. Taking into account the court's existing liquid assets of 48, along with the sell value of your cards, about 24. Total net worth amounts to 187. Dude, I'm so good. Congratulations, Your Majesty. Not only is this a new personal record, but you have exceeded the valuation of 122 placed upon the court by the church. In the event of such an achievement, I've been instructed by my superiors to give you this. He hands you a paperback book with the price sticker still attached. The title is, naturally, The 7 Habits of Highly Successful People. Oh, that book. Oh, yeah. Aye. So what's the deal with this? A rare and powerful relic of the church. It's the key to success. And the church instructed him to give you this in the event of your success? Precisely. Only by proving your ownership of the key can be found worthy to receive it. But isn't that a bit backwards? If this key is a necessary component for success, as its name implies, shouldn't possession of the key precede the success? No, I'm afraid. You have it backwards, Your Majesty. The key is not a necessary component of success. It is forged by success. Think of it as a marker, or perhaps a commemorative plaque. Here the church recognizes where market spreads its innumerable blessings and so on. Sometimes you feel as if you and he do not speak the same language. Perhaps because the will of market cannot be communicated effectively through language alone. Only through a maximal volume of transactions can meaning be... Okay, sure, fine. It's getting pretty late. I will take my leave. Please reflect on these teachings while celebrating your success, Your Majesty. As Leland makes his exit, you briefly flip through the pages of the Key to Success. It doesn't take long for you to find a bookmark wedged in the start of the 3rd chapter. It's your work ID. How did that get in there? Oh, it's the 3rd key. Oh, shit. Making moves, man. Making moves. Open the gates at night. Recover at least 4 keys so you can unlock the gates at night. Curse is lifted. Comfort's almost a 5. Fight the dragon. with the fire court. Achieve victory over the... It didn't count the victory over the dire goats there? It counted the egg, but not the victory over dire goats? The bastards. Complete the pile in the pantry. I'm working on it. Find a way into the library at night. Sorry, I got a message I need to respond to. Okay. I'm gonna have to do the dire goats again. Am I down for another round of against the dire goats? It wasn't difficult, again, I should say. We'll go west first. The home team has finally taken the lead. A curse is lifted. Lift the curse of losing, it. The achievement says. On this night, the Queen of Titanium Court did unburden her people of the curse of losing, and there was jubilation. Good. Good. I'm in the library again. Okay. You have a vague memory of tailing Puck through these halls. If only you could review that memory somehow. I don't... What's that mean? I don't have a memory of anything. West. Taco statue? Taco, for sure. You end up getting lost. Damn. There's a note taped on the door, which now reads, it reads, because they wasted Her Majesty's time, its labyrinthine hallways are being reprimanded. I don't understand. I don't understand. Just don't. I'm dumb. I'm too dumb. Let's be real. You can always see the setup there. Whoops. We don't want to do chapel yet. Library failed. Office. Gates. Go to office? Because then we can... East Wing. Dragon statue first. Fountain of Youth. What should you do here? Drink. You return to the bar for another drink. Huge. With time and repetition comes comfort. You feel your maximum level of comfort increase to 5. As you sip, you spare a glance at the regular asleep at the bar. Yes, ma'am. You're gonna need to fulfill his prophecy if you want a new one. Oh, that wasn't. So what did he say last time? Yeah, just something about using a light of youth to tame a dragon. I don't know what any of that means. A regular mystery, yeah? Well, you can guess it probably means you should fight the dragon with the fire court. Sure, why not? Guess as good as mine. You drink your drink now finished. You stand up from the bar. Tentacle. Gift shop. We might as well exchange all our money. So what is this? Insurance claimant, defensive job. Moat card. Defensive job. Celebrity. Giant stuffed animal. I kind of want to buy it. Once I have enough. These are a bunch of jobs. Stop any time. I'll keep track of the tickets. If I do another round with the goats, I'll easily be able to get a lot of money again. And, in theory... You return to the side of the pile you previously started building for the benefit of the cat. Yes, let your legacy be one of Grand Public's works. Okay. Filling up. Filling it up. Can't do any wood, but that's fine. Perfect. And now we gotta mix up the waters here a bit. Just big old pile. I gotta make sure if I'm putting water, it's not gonna make a I don't need to lose out on. Now this is bad. I can't put food here. Wait, it doesn't, you can't do diagonal. That's not a thing. Why am I panicked about that? That's not a thing. But what I do... Perfect. You'll love to see that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 more. 8 times 20. 160. I almost said 130 for some reason. 160 raw materials basically in groups of 20. Doable in one more round against the goats if I really stack up. If I really get a lot of material. Dining hall. Your turn to the ever-present debate between supporters of comfort and strife. As it stands, thermostat is currently set to comfort level 4. Ooh, we're almost there. Just one more to cross the finish line, Your Majesty. Yes, but hurry now. Your pointless participation trophy's grown cold. Okay, hold on. I'm a patient guy, and even I'm getting kind of sick of this. Sick of what? You're getting exactly what you want. Sick of you. You keep whining about boredom due to lack of strife, but isn't boredom just another form of strife? Isn't? What? Like, if you want an actual challenge, then here you go. Figure out how to find satisfaction within comfort. Well, what? For the first time, she seems to be at a loss for words. Okay, so I'm going to do another round against the goats, because I assume I can set it as goats, right? Set it against goats again, succeed, beat goats, and then I want to try to do the thing in the, I don't think I can do it actually now, right? This is, I think I have to do it once I've talked to Puck. But that thing where there was an option to just advance to a victory or something, basically. You know what I mean? Something like that. Puck looks up at your approach, eyes sparkling and fearful. As usual, we have time for one earnest answer. One earnest answer. I'll ask, what exactly is the court? Something that you've been wondering for a while now, what exactly is the court? For instance, is it merely a seat of power for a larger domain? Is it an independent nation or city-state that exists parallel to the world of mortals? Is it just a wacky magical castle? What is it? You're not throwing me softballs, my queen, not at all. He's free to interpret the question as he wishes. You're mostly interested in what he understands the court to be. He thinks for a moment. I shouldn't say this. I really shouldn't say this. But I guess I'm compelled by my duty and I'm drunk, so here we go. You're waiting. It's a trap. Court is a trap. Trap. For you. In response, Miri laughs as it falls apart. Okay. Okay. You sit for a time on the side of your bed, trying to will away a headache before the day's work begins. Just past victory, if you so choose. Dare to look in the mirror once again? No. We're exploring the court. Observe another painting, investigate dining hall, return to your chambers, return to your office. Dining hall first. Eat. You are able to overhear a conversation from the table closest to yours. Perhaps someone could clear this up for me. What exactly is a mortal? Let me try. See, the mortal world is akin to a massive court. Its courtiers mortals are notorious for the bizarre practice of staying dead. Staying dead? They don't get bored of it after a while? They don't, or at least none of them have yet. I would say they're firmly committed to the lifestyle. As a result of eating breakfast, you get a small bonus. Touchstone. Look here, I do believe the artists have pulled a fast one on us. How so? Look closely, they have neglected to paint their subjects' athletic shorts. You are correct. How strange. Even stranger, the shorts are still clearly part of the painting despite not being painted. I expect this is a useful technique for saving paint. Unduly. Go to the office. Robin brings... Let me look at the map first. Dragon. Looks like you're scheduled for another encounter with the dragon. It occurs to you you have a way to make the court immune to fire. Perhaps today would be a good day to use it. No, we're doing goats. I'll do the dragon with the fire later. Goats. Achieve victory over the dire goats. We'll do a dragon with fire court maybe some other time. What's Robin got? Your Majesty, among my notebooks, I found one that belongs to you. This comes as a surprise. You didn't have any books on your person when you arrived at court, so now how could she have found one that belongs to you? I don't know, but it identifies you as its owner. Look. She's correct. On the inner cover, you find your own name written in your own handwriting. Curious, you open the book and read through some of the pages. The book is structured like a journal. Each entry describes a real memory from your time in the court. All these entries are written in your handwriting. Use your personal shorthand and employ many of your preferred turns of phrase. To your embarrassment, your literary affections are painfully visible on these pages. It'd be difficult to argue that you didn't write all of this. Except, well, you didn't. As you have no memory of writing any of this. As far as you know, this is the first time you've laid eyes on this journal. Is that out of the ordinary? All of my own journals function that way. She has no memory of writing in any of her journals. None, except for this one. She points to the notebook that she's writing in presently. Well, suppose the court is a place of magic. Shouldn't be too surprising to discover a journal that skips a step in the writing process. You resolve to further investigate this journal in the near future, but in the meantime you thank Robin for bringing it to your attention. Of course, Your Majesty. What's in this journal? Significant events preserved by mysterious means. A memory. The first entry describes how you arrived at the court. A memory. Puck makes a hasty retreat from your presence. Oh, it's like re-see, like cutscenes. Oh, this is the memory for the library thing. A baseball game. Wait. So some of these, like that, this one's not. Perhaps you can watch a baseball game in the chapel? A few lines into this entry and you suddenly realize you've been rereading the same sentence for the past few minutes. You try again. A few lines in this entry and you suddenly realize you've been rereading the same sentence for the past few minutes. You shake your head and make another attempt. So far, so good. Why are you so distracted today? A few lines into this entry and you suddenly realize you've been rereading the same sentence for the past few minutes. Okay, this is starting to get annoying. It's as if this text in your journal is genuinely trying to elude you. You could just give up. This memory probably is important. But no, come on. There's one thing you've proven yourself able to do. It's read. After an immense amount of concentration, you finally piece together the events as described by your journal. With the full picture in front of you, this memory, missing until now, snaps into place with all the grace of a soda machine dispensing a can. Here it is. You've taken note of the fact that the church chapel contains a television at the pulpit. It doesn't surprise you to learn that television is in good working order and capable of picking up a variety of signals. After all, the plumbing works fine, so why not this? You flip through the channels. Don't have much interest in any of the shows, but there's one thing you would like to find. And find it you do. A baseball game in progress, channel 22. Team's unfamiliar to you, but that doesn't matter. The familiar sounds of the game give you an immediate comfort that you didn't realize you lacked until now. Your scholars, sharing a love for the game of similar origin to your own, wander in and wordlessly join you on the cushioned pews in the front row. The home team is trailing, but only by 2 runs. Still at the bottom of the second inning, and the future shimmers with possibility. Some time passes. You understand that you're only half paying attention to the game, but this feels like the ideal amount of attention to pay. Hop, who remains adamant that you must not explain any of the rules of baseball to him, is describing his theories about the game. Skip is listening and taking notes. So far as I understand it, there are multiple teams in competition. Yes, I've counted at least 4 teams, but there could exist more that have yet to be revealed. Okay, very interesting. At first, the goal of the game was unclear to me, but after a few rounds, I think I have a good grasp of it. Fascinating. Feel free to pause it. Right, in my best estimation, the goal of the game is to sell insurance. Common strategy appears to involve the use of comedic skits, which employ frequent non-sequiturs. Which I must say is exactly what I'd want out of a test of athletic talents. Though I suppose it's no surprise that I would like this game, given the potion we all drink. What else? Oh, many of the teams have recurring mascots, acting as key representatives of their particular brand of insurance. You're debating whether you should try to direct his attention towards the actual game when the actual game is actually interrupted. A strange signal overtakes the screen, distorting the visuals, producing an eerie sound. Out of the noise, a message begins to play. You move closer to the television to better hear it. The message is at times hard to make out, but here's the gist of it. The speaker identifies themselves as a representative of the Ashtar Galactic Command. The hell? They speak of a new age of human evolution, one of wisdom and peace that awaits any who accept their benevolent aid. However, the Ashtar Galactic Command will only welcome into its fold those individuals who seek to put down their weapons and abandon war. Does this not sound like Her Majesty? Yes, Her Majesty hates the war. The message concludes by encouraging any individuals who meet that criterion to reach out their hands. Her Majesty should do it! Do it! Do it! Sure, why not? You do it. As you touch the screen, the test pattern wavers and the voice responds. Thank you for your interest in the AGC's mission of peace and wisdom. A representative will be with you shortly. The most beautiful music you've ever heard begins emanating from the television, but is quickly cut short as a new voice interjects. This is the voice of Rillion, representative of the Ashtar Galactic Command, speaking to you. One moment while I pull on up your file. I see. You appear to be enmeshed in an ancient conflict among orthogonal entities on the planet you call Earth. Is that their way of saying you're trapped in a magical fairy war? One moment while my translator catches up. I see. The answer to your query is yes. These sorts of fairy conflicts are very common and, due to their highly allegorical nature, nearly inescapable. But here's some good news. The AGC has both the resources and the will to establish a lasting and prosperous peace, even in situations such as yours. To achieve this peace, however, we must first deploy a peace-building team to your approximate area. This will take about 22,222 of your solar orbits. After all, we are very far away. But worry not, we will maintain frequent communication. For instance, I will contact you next with an updated ETA in about 222 of your solar orbits. Please look forward to it. Until then, we, the Ashtar Galactic Command, thank you for your attention. Just as abruptly as it started, the signal fades. Huh? As the interruption subsides and the television returns to the game, your scholars offer you congratulations. You're a bit perplexed. What are they congratulating you for? Is it not obvious? For ending the war. Yes, we understand this to be one of Her Majesty's great objectives, and now she has seen it through. You think they might be getting their hopes up. Even if you were to believe every word that came out of the television, the war will not end until 22,000 years from now. Yet you have guaranteed that it will end. For an immortal war, that is an incredible feat. Yes, ending a fairy war is pretty much impossible, yet Her Majesty has summoned a machine god who promises to do just that. Probably one of the only methods I can even imagine working, really. A curse is lifted. 22,222 years from this day, the Queen of Titanium Court did unburden her people of the curse of war, and there was jubilation. Unsure how to feel about their conclusions, you glance back at the baseball game. 2 innings have passed, but the score remains the same. And that's the gist of what happened. Are you finally satisfied? Interesting. The other one then I would want to click and see is this. That's odd. You don't recall the events described in this entry. While idly flipping through the pages of your journal, you come upon an entry that you have no recollection of experiencing. Even stranger, the entry is unmistakably written in your hand and uses many of your personal shorthands and preferred phrases. Pore over the mysterious entry in detail. This might take a while. If it might take a while, I'll go to the restroom real quick. I gotta do another BRB. I'll be back shortly. And then we'll see what this entry has for us. Be right back. Okay. Okay. So I obviously things are gonna change around here, but I probably or present themselves, I guess I should say. But at the very least here, in the next like hour or less than an hour, if we can do whatever this is, and then go against goats and have another successful goats run and actually beat goats and actually have a lot of resources to then finish the pantry thing, and then see what happens when we use the mirror thing to just advance. Because if it's what it sounds like or thinks it is, I think you just run a thing, it counts as a victory, and then you would just be able to ask another question of Puck. to like advance that. And I want to see what that is. All right, get ready for a lot of reading here. You start going over the entry in detail, using your knowledge of your own shorthand to piece together the sequence of events it describes. First, you flip through the pages backwards, looking for the entry's starting point. Eventually, you come across a page with the following text. Oh! Chapter 2? 3 billion kids in a trench coat. Wait. I forgot that we were still in, like, what they were calling Chapter 1. I forgot there was even chapters. What is this? This initial entry describes your daily routine in an enigmatic institution referred to only as the Clockwork Monastery. What is happening? This routine begins with you waking up in a tiny windowless cell surrounded by clocks and machinery. Soon enough, if this is a whole thing, maybe I don't have time to run against the goats. Shit. Soon enough, the clocks begin to chime, the door swings open, and you fall in line behind countless others. Then you spend most of the day waiting in line. What is this? What are we doing? A vital the future. What is this? What are we doing? What is going on? Okay. Well, Oh, it's turning itself around. I'm a little off put, but it's on. I'm moving up. When you reach the front of the line, you're handed a single marble by a smiling monk sitting at a desk. Then you're directed to a new line. The pattern establishes itself quickly. You wait in line, receive a marble, then wait in another line. Eventually, the monk handing you marbles takes your marbles instead, and your daily labors are officially concluded. Returning to your cell, there's nothing left to do but sleep. As you drift off, the machinery surrounding you begins to hum, producing rhythmic noises, displaying waveforms, printing transcripts. All this buzz serves to usher you gently into the dream. In describing this dream, the handwriting in your journal undergoes a change. Your familiar scrawl is still present, but it appears to have been written over many times, as if multiple hands trace the same words. To be honest, it's difficult to decipher, both because of its relative illegibility and because of what it's attempting to describe. Your best attempt at interpretation. The dream is some kind of collective vision shared by every resident of the monastery. Your journal describes the feeling of slipping into the dream as a sensation of having and being all the marbles. Eventually, the chaos of this new collectivism coheres into a single perspective. You, all of you, look out through the only windows to be found in the monastery, your eyes. You stand on tentative new legs. The shifting of weight across your whole body is unfamiliar, and if you woke up wearing constricting new clothes, as if you woke up wearing constricting new clothes. But still, you ache to step forward. Something familiar is calling you. Yes, yes. Come to mama. To start, use this button to plan a step forward. Plan another step. Observe, rather than cross water, you'll turn clockwise. Now plan another step. And another. And another. Almost there. Now you're ready to walk. What is happening? The strike from your mother surprises more than it stings. You're briefly knocked off your feet, but you sense no malice in it. Very good, my sweet. Very good. High five. Oh, careful now. Are you hungry, my sweet? How about we take a snack break? Snack time, my sweet. Go ahead and take your pick. Plan a step forward. Now use this card to gather 4 food from that. Don't just shout out on carbs, my sweet. A balanced diet is important for a growing child. Make sure you also get enough fiber and protein. You'll gather different resources from different tiles, i.e. food from that, wood from wood, etc. Now I know what you're really after, my sweet. If you want honey instead of money, you can find it in beehives. Gathering from beehives will earn you money. Honey. Honey is very important for growth, my sweet. Make sure you eat as much of it as you can find. But watch out, beehives are often defended by bees. I hate bees. Bees can sting, but you shouldn't be afraid of them, darling. After all, you're much bigger. They should be afraid of you. Stomp your surroundings to defend yourself. Takes at least 2 stomps to destroy a single beehive. Now you're ready to feast. What? I spin to eat. Was that tasty, darling? You're getting so good at walking. Let's see how far you can go. I'll stand over here. Your mother swims a fair distance away. Now, my sweet, once again, come to mama. The thermostat. You can increase either comfort. I mean, we're gonna... we don't need the egg. Give me this. Couple of mulligans. Less enemies. I'll take that. And begin the war with an extra amount of that. Okay. Where should you grow? This is so strange. Okay, so it's basically just a separate... I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. Okay, well, let's figure it out. Let's just try our best. And see what happens. What does this take? 2 food to move or turn? Stomp, lots of resources. Chew, 2 waters. I see. So undo, undo, undo. Okay, so just to turn clockwise cost this. I think I see. Okay. So until we get to that final boss with the mom thing, then we're not trying to necessarily get anywhere, but we got to move if we want to do things. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. Basically, and then to eat is like forage. Working impulse brings what's outside in. Gather that from the tile underfoot. Yeah. Okay. Take a step. We do this. We take a step. Oh, we could just... Don't do that unnecessarily. Offense will do what a boot does best. I forget. Does it say... There, destroy it so that we get the money. Because we get money from those, right? I think that was the whole thing. I think I get money for destroying the buildings. Fucking moving. I like to see that guy chase me down. I like to see that guy chase me down. Good fucking luck. I'm stomping. Oh, he's running fast. He's actually running fast, but I'm gonna do a stomp. I don't think I got money for destroying the things. I think I had to kill. I think it was... Actually had to kill. Oh well. I don't actually care. Knights and goons? Knights and goons, yeah. We need a lot of water. We need water to munch. So... yeah. Don't like that. How could I have done such a thing? There we go. Oh, I'm free. I'm free to do whatever I want. I'm free to do what I want. If you provide raw materials. 2 life. Defensive limb. Strikes in self-defense. Defensive impulse. Restores that for 3. I'll buy that. I'll buy that too. I need money though. What is this again? Oh, gift shop. Yeah. No. Well, okay. So, step forward and munch. And then munch. And what, I can't do this? Oh, that takes all my time? Is that because the... Is it because it's hard to move over this? That might be what it is. Let me see, does it... That's gotta be what it is. Should I not even go that way? And then I turn. No, but if you munch, then you automatically propel forward? I'll just take that. This is so strange, though. I don't know if what I'm doing is good, or advisable, or successful. Okay. Centaurs and goons. I don't like that. Currently no enemies. Massive. Surely that won't stay like this, though. Could really use more water. Oh, I got one right at the end there. Oh, this guy can't even get to me. All is well. Do we take the egg? I say we don't take the egg. Not in this situation. I don't need it. Definitely don't need it. Can I turn around? Oh, no, when you hit water, you turn around. I see. You can't, like, harvest water. It has, like, a thing. Whatever. Yeah, so we really got to prioritize matching water, basically, in the high tide phase, the puzzle phase, the match 3 phase. Knights and goons. We don't mind knights. Scamps. Birds. There might not be water in this. That was probably bad of me. I fucked up. That's fine. It's fine. Unconcerned. Definitely unconcerned. Do I sound concerned? All the hills are gonna slow a lot of these people down. Mostly. I'd like to get rid of this. But I could move this way away from these. Oh, I brought a lot. A lot of guys. Jesus. Get away. I really wish I had brought water, or picked a map with water. That's on me. I brought another person down on accident. Maybe there'll be water in these. Nope. Heel turn. Restless impulse. Reverse course. I don't want to get rid of the healing. Stomping could be important. I'll just sell it. Sell for 1 month. Excuse me, 1 munty. Oh, you sleep, like, forward. You sleep and propel forward. Okay. See, I don't want to move towards... Like, in my head, I'm thinking just spinning and... sleeping through it. There's no way this guy comes and gets me, right? I think I'm fine. They've got so many mountains that slow him down. I like to see him try. I'm sleeping. I'm sleeping. I'm healing. Okay, they're past the hills. They're coming to get me. They're coming to get me. Hey, watch out! Oh my god. Ow. Stop. Oh, I moved away from him. Stop. Try to get me. I'm on the run. Okay. I'll be able to sleep up that damage. It's fine. I need water. Scamps, goons, archers, goons. Archers, I want things that are easy to get to me. I'm kind of trying to get away from them. Enemies. Building back water is good. The water reserves. The water reserves are reserving. Ah! Don't like that. Fuck. Damn, I made it more. I'm like trying to separate myself even more from... Damn. I can't go into water either. It's not like I can flee. Oh god. Do I just go this way and stop stomping? Try to stomp my way to victory? Trying to just clear. Ugh. Actually disgusting. Okay. I have no money. Moves quickly across hills. Counter. Headbutt. Makes use of your skull's high density. Interesting. Trust fund. So it would just be bouncing back and forth here. Because of everything. I don't think I can move across this either. Heal up for sure would be nice. What if I stomp here? I'm willing to spend a little bit of resource like this to make sure I stomp. Oh, interesting. How much is this healing me? Let's try that. What's the worst that could happen? Why am I getting back a bunch of health? What's going on there? What's going on? What's happening? I'm taking a lot of damage. You gotta start stomping. We gotta start stomping. Stomp, 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 stomp. Yeah. Stomping it. They're trying to kill you. Stomp. Oh, that was the last stomp. Oh my god, I'm taking damage. Okay. Oh, if I was to lose it here, I'd be so upset. I'm gonna have to rest up a ton. Danger all boats. Scamp Scoons, Night Scoons, enemy precipitation 30%. Going here. We're gonna use the healing a lot. I'm gonna heal up like you would never believe. Gotta be smart about this though. I don't think I'm playing that smart. Damn. If I like move myself up 3. What do we, oh, it's just gonna automatically. Shh. Alright, I'm gonna heal up a bunch of health. It's fine. What's in here? Let's mark it. Okay, we have a lot of food. What do we use food for the most? These things. Stomping. See, I don't want to go that way. I want to stay up in this corner. So if I can... Sleep forward. Sleep forward. I may have to stomp once. Here we go. Ow. Ow. Stop. Here comes the stomp. That's gotta do so much damage. Come on. Yeah. One more rest. Okay. I mean, that's fine. It's fine. Having endured the long journey across the tide, you finally arrive at your mother's embrace. I forgot to mention, mother. We're speaking of the mother and everything. Fucking Mother's Day? What are the chances? Very good, my sweet. Oh my, how you've grown. But now it's time for bed. Let's get you upstairs to brush your teeth. Within the existing sleep of the dream, you feel a strong desire to keep moving. Your new legs quake with restlessness. Oh god, someone's full of energy tonight. My sweet, you don't understand. Staying up late is a privilege reserved for grown-ups. If you want that privilege, you'll have to prove that you're grown up. You have grown. You know you have. Then show me. Prove you've reached the heights of strength, stamina, agility, or toughness. This should tire them out. Will you prove your strength by overpowering me? Perhaps your stamina by outlasting me? Will you prove your agility by winning a game of baseball? Or maybe you'll prove your toughness by enduring 6 of my high fives. One of these better do the trick. 6 high fives? I think this might be a trap by selecting water. Am I going to be slapped around by the mom? If you can endure 6 high fives, then you'll win. Current score. Okay. 6 high fives. And we saw earlier that a high five took 5 health from me. So if I just rest up to tank a lot of damage, I think I'm fine. But that's what it's going to come down to, I think. I need to just tank hits. Oh, you can't clear? Damn. What is this? Wait, what was that about baseball? Hold on. Something your mother said sticks out to you. Something that reaches through the barrier of the dream, even. She said something about proving your agility by playing baseball. What could that possibly mean? Oh, just forget about that, my sweet. I don't think you're old enough for baseball. Can they even hold a bat? No, you want to play. Something in you loves the idea of baseball. Okay, shh. Let's see. Should be able to run the bases at least. That's it. If you can step on 4 bases, then you win. That's so weird. Okay. Okay. Sure. So if I build enough and see, I guess if I touch 4 bases, the equivalent of a home run. Very strange. Everything's strange here. Let's not get fucked over. Can I move out of danger here? I don't know how to play this. Should I just tank the hits and be fine? And call it? I now see 3 bases. Trying to think. Ow. That counts as 1. I took a hit there. This is so weird. I should just finish the puzzle part and then see what's the most, like, easily available situation. There's a lot of tentacles down here. Like, if I was wanting to get hit a bunch, I could. I could go, like, just up here and just go whoosh, whoosh, get slapped a bunch. But again, I gotta make sure I know that that means health will be drained. Enemies, not so much. I'm not concerned. Like, this can't cross. Where's the other one? This one's not gonna really be able to do, and it's gonna start getting slapped, if you'd imagine. The slapping will happen. Now, could I go across a base and it count as 1 and then turn right back around and it count as 2? Or is that extreme wishful thinking? And I can't do this. Go across that. Where are... Okay, first let me locate the enemies. Enemies are going to be here. 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 I need to make sure I have a ton of health. Let me open these. But up. Heel turn. Restless impulse. Reverse course. Okay, well, that is... Takes a lot of time. Sleep for health. Sleep for health again. I'll get a slap, and I'll touch the base, and I'll be able to see if it counts as 2 bases by doing this. Let's try that. That's a base. That's a base touch. Get some health back. Hello, hello. How are you doing? Okay, so I'm going up. Oh, tentacle got hit. Oh, I got slapped. But I took some health. Oh, I got slapped again. I think I got slapped twice there. I think that was pretty successful. You have now stepped on... Oh, it only counted as one base, yeah. And you have now endured 3 of 6 high fives from Mother. How are you feeling, my sweet? Ready for a sleep? You shake your head enthusiastically. Alright, I think I can do that. If I can survive... This is easy. Catapults, don't want to deal with. Knights and goons. Birds and goons. Knights and goons it is. Go. I can win this. I can win this. It's easy. This is simple. I'll win via high fives. I keep saying slaps, but via high fives. This shall be easy. Oh, I already took one. Look at that. Easy. Although, should I probably try to get out of the way of... Like, I can't just take it. I don't know if it might still make me do a run. Wow. Like, I could take 2 more slaps, and it counts 6 to 6, and I'd have 5 health left over, but I'd be afraid that it would still make me do the run, and then if I die while that run is going, that would be bad. So I'd rather make it so that... Oh, I went down. It destroyed the little thing. No matter. Took another hit. I'm gonna now transfer that up. And... I don't know. Here you go. So if I sleep some more. I just gotta make sure I just have constant health. Easy. Ow, I got slapped. Ow, I got slapped. I like the sleeping motion. Oh, for my slaps. Now I got slapped again. I'm just going back and forth, getting pummeled by my mom. And restoring the health that I take. Easy. So good. You have now stepped on 1 of 4 bases. You've now endured 11 of 6 high fives from Mother. As the dust settles, you politely implore your mother to tally up your high fives. Of course, my sweet. Let's see. 1, 2... Wait, 11 high fives? Goodness gracious, my little baby can hang! That's right, you can hang. And as such, bedtime is no longer necessary. I say no to bed. Defensive victory. Moral. If someone would strike you, meet their hand with all 5 of your fingers. Mother appears to be in a somber mood as she admits to your adulthood and speaks to you for the first time as an equal. Oh, my sweet, as much as it pains me to admit it, you're not a baby anymore. As such, I suppose it's time you knew. It's time to tell you of the birds and the bees. Something makes you think you've heard this already. Oh, I doubt you've heard this version, my sweet. You see, bees, as irritating as they are, don't just provide us with honey. Within their natural hives, bees exist independently and chaotically, but within a carefully designed hive, with their movements constrained, their needs met, their motivations directed. When enough of them have been tamed, then they are no longer individuals. Then the hive becomes an individual. An individual just like you or me, my sweet. That's us. Wait, hold on. So she's saying that you're made of bees? More or less. I still remember the day of your conception quite clearly. I was surrounded by bees and in an awful mood. Yet one of the hives suddenly produced a strange offering. First, they presented me with a carved pumpkin, set alight so as to illuminate its potential. Then they pollinated it with the following minerals in this exact order. Wood, food, stone, food. These bees weren't mere wasps. They clearly understood the exact genetic makeup I was looking for my child. After that, they left your egg with me, whereupon I proceeded to carve out and populate the caverns of your skull. And soon enough, you came into existence. I used to hate bees. To be honest, I still do. But I'll never forget the scent of that particular hive. Following their aid in your conception, I never laid a hand on them again. Wait, hold on. She's saying you were made by bees? More or less. You're not sure how to respond. You didn't expect to hear a detailed description of your own conception tonight. Maybe. It's bedtime now after all. You think you should head upstairs. My sweet, I don't think you understand. You're a grown-up now. You know about the birds and the bees. You can't stay with me. You have to find your own way home. Oh. Can she tell you how? Oh my god, this kid needs to get a job. My sweet, no one can tell you how to get home. That's for you and only you to decide. What I can tell you is that my home lies beneath the surface to my frequent frustration. I always wanted better for you. That's why you have legs. If you are to find your way home, you should use those legs. Start walking, start climbing. If you climb far enough, you might even find your home on that summit I've always longed for. With these final words of encouragement, Mother leaves you, and your dream begins to fade. And that's where the new entry ends. The monastery alone, fully grown, your own fate within it, a mystery. To be honest, you kind of skipped ahead to this part, anticipating that most of the entries were just filler about the dream's attempts at growth. You can always go back to them later, but at least you finally landed on some actionable information about the Leviathan. You're referring, of course, to the section detailing the pumpkin recipe. The description of it felt a little bit out of place compared to the rest of the entry, like it was stapled onto the larger message. Whatever, you make a note of it in your to-do list. If completing the recipe means you'll no longer face any danger from the Leviathan, it's worth pursuing. After copying it over, you look outside and are startled by how dark it is. You must have spent the whole day reading that entry in your journal. You suppose it was quite long and rambling, but what of the war? Did the court even participate? Just as you stand up to investigate, something falls out of your journal. It's a small metallic object. It looks like a key for winding a clock. An odd choice for a bookmark. Was this always in your journal? You ignore it for now, looking to see what became of the war. With the war now behind you, you encounter a memorial dedicated to its victims. 58 casualties. Wow! We actually got a key out of that. Bring a pumpkin to the Leviathan, light it on fire, then place the following offerings on it. This is absurd. We technically, I think, have 4 keys now, too. Which is crazy. Do I need to do the Leland rites anymore? Because we have... Good evening, Your Majesty. Shall we perform your last rites? Sure. I don't know if there's any benefit to doing this now. I have a lot of food. 1 food for 1 money. 4 wood. So I think you can manipulate what this would go for. But I mean, again, it doesn't... I just don't think it matters much to me because I already got what I need out of this. What happens if I match this? Anything? Oh, that's bad, I guess. Dear, not a good result at all. It's at your previous record's 187. I'll do my best to smooth this over with the church, but your majesty might consider undergoing some form of penance. As your action puzzles you a bit, what does it matter if you didn't break your previous record? You still achieved victory, did you not? Except, market cares nothing for victory, your majesty. Market cares only for growth. Oh, that definitely sounds like a commentary on stuff. Yeah, okay, sounds familiar. Now if you'll excuse me, his duty's complete, Leland takes his leave. Fuck the market. Oh, there's another... I don't have the heart to click that right now. We definitely should not. Maybe if I remember... Let's head out of office. Go to the East Wing. Help the cat. Okay. Yeah. Yep. And then this. That's fine. Oh, I'm so close. Bollocks. It's fine. Whatever. I'm not upset. The real question at this point is, has the argument now been settled? Sure. Before approaching the table where the debate continues, you pause. The thermostat is currently set to comfort level 5, enough to firmly decide this contest in favor of comfort. If you proceed, then you won't be able to change your mind and rule in favor of strife at a later date. You should consider whether comfort is really where your loyalties lie. It definitely is. As you approach the two sides of the debate, you notice a kind of harmony between them that wasn't there previously. And how do you know? And how do I know when you've succeeded? Okay, so you kind of need to forget about the idea of success. Comfort isn't something you win or lose; it just is. You interrupt to ask if you can assume that the debate is now settled, given that the thermostat is currently set to comfort level 5. Yes, the debate is settled insofar as my eyes are open to completely new frontiers of strife. I was foolish to shy away from my own discomfort with comfort. That's funny. Since the discomfort itself is the very calling card of my beloved strife. Now I'm dedicating myself to achieving mastery over this new domain. What she said, I guess. Well, sounds lovely. Can you have your keys back now? Sure, here you go. He tosses you the single key in his possession. The key in question is one of the oldest ones you had in your key ring. It's the key to the house you grew up in. Your parents sold the place shortly after you left for university. New owners doubtless changed the locks. Ultimately, this key is one that previously served you well in your childhood, but no longer has a use. Sounds a bit like comfort. I thought you were done. Sorry, still learning. You turn to her now. You don't suppose she's willing to part with her key, is she? Of course not. Do you think you earned this key? You don't think you had any need to earn it. The key originally belonged to you and was pilfered. I don't care. Terms are clear. You agreed to them. To earn this key, you had to rule in my favor. And you did not. I'll work on that, Your Majesty. Maybe we can convince her otherwise if we increase the comfort even further. Do it. If I'm to genuinely master comfort, we must raise it as high as possible. Okay, so again, it's not really something you master. Having now permanently altered the dynamic between the two of them, you take your leave. Good. Dargan. Oh, he's just gonna be like, oh, you gotta beat the dragon with the fire. Do dragon with fire. As if I'm not trying my best. I'm giving it all I got, Captain. Okay. Do I call it here or do I go see what happens? Can I get back to my gate? Or my other keys? Let me see. Let me just see. My office. Raise the comfort to 10. How many keys do I need? Who am I trying to impress? Well, I don't have my other keys in my hand because I can't. I need to go. I gotta go to my chambers for the other keys. There they are. Nervous about potentially losing them again, you pick up all your keys you've managed to retrieve thus far. They include key to the storage unit, key to success, key for winding a clock, the mystery key, key to your house you grew up in, and that's it. 5 keys. We might as well see what happens when I unlock the gate. I just hope it doesn't throw me into another game. If it throws me into another map, because I gotta head out. Let's see. gonna try to open the gates. Oh, let me look up the top and see what happens here. Oh, just nothing. Okay. You make an attempt to open the great gates of the court. You've already determined that your own keys can unlock these gates, but 4 of them will be necessary if you want to leave. Now, with enough keys to fit all the locks, you unlock the gates, and they swing open slowly but smoothly. Leave the court, possibly forever. Sure. With the gates open, you can now leave the court whenever you wish, but you doubt you'll be able to return. Have you truly finished all your business here? Are all your affairs in order? If so, it might be time to leave. Except you don't think you're done here. Safe to say that much of your business in the court remains unfinished. For instance, many of your keys are still missing. It'd be a pity to depart without them. There are also the remaining curses to consider. You might still lift some of them if you stick around. And let's not forget the salesman warned you that you need to fundamentally change before you can safely leave the court. So, have you changed? Have you really? Something tells you the answer may be no, but you could still attempt to make an exit if you're feeling bold. Leave the court. You will not be able to return. I guess maybe I'm not ready. The game convinced me. I thought it was just going to be another thing that happens, but it seems as if it's prepping you as if that's like you're finishing the game. You're done. No. You suspect there's still something you need to do here. I mean, I'm not expecting myself to do a complete, like, completionist kind of thing here. But would I be crazy to say... I don't think it's crazy for me to say that I'm still interested in seeing more random things happening. Okay, you definitely remember tailing Puck through these labyrinthine halls. It's basically how you found your way to the library in the first place, not too long after your arrival at court. You didn't write down the path you were taking at the time. You thought you would remember the way. Maybe there's some other way you can review that memory. I can go... If I read the memory, I think it's telling me do the memory of the journal. Retreat from my presence. Arrived at the court. Have I arrived at there? Is it this? It said this one, right? This is a somewhat long story. I can skip through this. Reading pages carefully. Oh, this is gonna be long. I don't need to get... I think I should have done the other one. Can I... Damn it. I'm an idiot. Oh, it's gonna make me... Oh. Oh, it's gonna make me do... Fuck. No, why'd I do that? I thought it was saying that... I didn't know it was... Of course it's the beginning fucking thing. Oh, God. Fucking kill me. Oh, I'm supposed to... Damn it. I feel like an idiot. I didn't. Oh, it's gonna make me play a whole thing. No, no, no! Stop! Oh, stop! Stop! I'm gonna scream. I'm gonna scream. I'm absolutely. I'm livid. I'm just great. Yep. Yep. Doing things. Yep. He's already done. He's replaying the very beginning of the game for some reason because he doesn't understand basic instructions. Fuck. Fuck. I can't believe. Stop! There's got to be a way to get out. Get me out. Get me out. Stop. No. Stop. I regret so much. I regret so much. Oh. Don't they just, like, wreck me here? I'm clicking and holding. There. Jesus. Well, you know what? I'm an idiot. I deserve to have to replay the tutorial. Shit. Go, go. Just go. Kill me. Quickly. I'm clicking. Record scratch. I bet you're wondering how I got here. God. Stop. Take me out of the dream. Take me out of the memory. Please. There. Jesus. Dare I try to get the correct thing? Was it this? You spy the Minpuck just down the hall. Does not appear to have noticed yet. Okay, we got to put on our remembering hats. I think we just traced his path. You're certain that if he had, he would have already been making a hasty exit. It might be good to follow him and observe for yourself what duties your steward is performing. He goes up? No, he goes into the library. Library. Door. Door on the right. Left. Door on the right, left. Remember this. Door on the right, left. No, we don't need to speed it up. Door on the right, left. Down ladder. Back up. And now here's a part of the court you're not discovered. Vast library extends before you. Oh, I'm not going to be able to remember this, am I? Oh, he goes in a little thing. Wait. You suddenly realize... Okay. Should I be writing this down? I'm just going to type it in chat. Fuck it. I want to make sure... Okay, so Puck down the hall. He goes... Oh, it freezes the game when he goes up. There's like the ramblings of a madman. Up. And then he goes, well, door, library door. This is so bootleg. And then doors to door right. Left stairs. I can type. No, it's fine. And then he goes down thing. Down thing ladder? I don't know how to spell ladder. Ladder? And then he circles around, goes back through door. Back through. Can't spell again. Through door. This is like a multimedia experience right now. Back through door. And then he goes up ladder, but stops and then takes bookshelf thing, bookshelf thing, third, counting from left, because it goes up and he goes. Whoop. Surely this is what it wanted me to do. Okay, watch this. These notes are going to be... I think it's that West Wing. And then I go... Head towards library. So this is where we went up. And then we took library door. And then door right. Yes? Oh, this is so good. I'm so smart. Left... West, left and west, same thing. Down this. Don't get thrown off by the pizza or taco doors. And then he circles around. Left, he goes back through door. Back up. Yes, exactly like this. Yeah, doing the same motions. You didn't get lost this time. Yes. Let me see what the large and ominous book. Illuminated by the moonlight, a large book catches your eye. The cover reads The 13 Curses of Titanium Court. Despite the size of the book, the list is relatively small. It reads as follows. Oh, take note, everyone. The curses. The Curse of War, lifted. Oh, your scholars claim that through negotiations with the Ashtar Galactic Command, this one's already been lifted. Great. Though you have your doubts. 2. The Curse of Petrification. The Curse of Comfort. The Curse of Guardianship, lifted. Lifted after you manage to escort the football to the end zone. Curse of Violence. Curse of Context. The Curse of Resistance is lifted after you finally manage to open the jar. The Curse of Employment. Curse of Losing is lifted. Lifted after you manage to take the lead on the scoreboard, which you did do. Curse of Specialization. The Curse of Innocence. Curse of Curiosity. And that's it. You place the book back where you found it. Wait, did it only go up to 12? Or am I dumb? 3, 4, 5. Isn't there 13? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Isn't it 13? I'm confused. The visiting dignitary has taken a seat. Let's talk to that. You find the visiting dignitary seated in the library reading an old TV guide in the moonlight. Ah, Your Majesty, perfect. I tire of the shallow contemporary literature. Let's discuss something weighty. Have you had a chance to review the court's recorded curses yet? You have, though you can't say that a vague list of names will actually help you lift any of those curses. Ah, yes, good fellow probably wrote it in his shorthand. Well, I know how he thinks. Allow me to help you translate. Curse of Context? Oh, which one should I check? He offered to explain one of the remaining curses. I mean... Isn't there one more curse you need to discuss? Yeah, what is this one? It hasn't escaped your notice that the book listing every curse in the court is titled The 13 Curses of Titanium Court. I guess I'll ask this one. Yet the contents of the book only name 12 such curses. Can you assume there's still another curse afflicting the court? Ah, yes, of course. It might be the curse of typographical misprint, or perhaps the curse of numerical error. Perhaps happens all the time. Is that really it? Well, It's either that or it's some sort of final hitting curse that requires you to lift all the others first. I have a feeling I'm not going to lift all the curses in this game. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. I don't think I have the heart. I'm just being 100% honest. I must say it now. You hope it's not that. Only one way to find out. Having discussed a curse with you, he begins to ramble and wanders off. Oh, I guess I'm out. I guess to end the stream, we'll go talk to Puck at the chapel. Get our last question answered. Puck looks up at your approach, eyes sparkling and fearful. As usual, we have time for one earnest answer. What do we want to ask now, huh? What are we feeling? I already have so many keys. I feel like I don't need to ask about keys right now. I'm going to ask about the curses. You've recently learned that the court suffers from numerous curses. What can he tell you about these curses? Your question has given him an open invitation to provide you with information of his choosing. He swishes the wine in his glass while he considers. Finally, I can tell you about the curses. Under no circumstances should you attempt to lift them. Naturally, you now have even more questions on the same subject, but those will have to wait for another night. Oh. I feel unsatisfied with that answer. I feel like this game is trying to teach me a lesson. If I had a few brain cells being rubbed together, I would say that I think the game is trying to teach me, in a way, with its rhetoric and the way it's presented stuff so far, that it's not necessary or really advised to attempt to try to get everything or complete everything. It gives us this very abstract to-do list and then like absurd requirements to pass certain things, but then at the same time gives us the ability to listen to like a music video basically to skip a boss, or in theory we didn't even get to try it today, but it just get a victory thing just to advance to the next night where then you might be able to ask a question. Now, am I still pissed that we did that one thing and then we didn't count as a goat victory? Yes. So that's probably going to be the next time we boot this up. I'm going to go straight for the easy goat victory again, and we'll just do that. Also, I think it's my hypothesis, my bet, especially about the gate thing, which seemingly ends the game if I go through the gates that I've unlocked, because we were getting keys for doing certain activities, and you need at least 4, but clearly now we see that you can get keys over 4. I think it was being tongue-in-cheek. It almost read as tongue-in-cheek when it was saying, hey, if you go through the gates now, you're not going to be able to do anything else. But also, on a pure gameplay level, I don't think, looking at what some of the requirements may be and what the curses may be, I don't know if I'm like sitting here being like, man, I want to clear all these curses and get all this knocked off of the to-do list. Like, that might just be too much. So I'm willing, like I said, I'm willing to see more. There's still some stuff I want to see, but I hazard to say this is probably not going to be like a 100% run on my end. And maybe in like, unless something unfurls and it like goes massively. Assuming the gate thing does end the game if I walk through, I could see myself like being like, I feel like I'm done after like 2, maybe 3 more streams, depending on like what we see happening. If it is just as simple as me selecting to walk through the gate and it's done. We'll see. We'll see. I would assume we can finish this game. Oh, cut to commercial. Now you're back. There we go. Yeah, I assume we're going to finish this game probably over the next week. And, you know, see what it's got. I'm curious to see what it does when we walk through the gates. But a lot of interesting stuff for sure in today's stream of this. I was, like I said, the AP Thompson singing to me about having sex and then dying was definitely a highlight. So good on him. I'm gonna head out on that. I gotta do other stuff with my night, and I also gotta figure out what I'm doing for food and all that. So we're gonna call it. Let's see, week ahead. Week ahead. Like I said, it would be cool if I could finish Titanium Court sometime this week, but we'll probably not be playing that tomorrow. I would say plenty of Nier Automata is going to be happening, and some of those extra stories in at least one stream of sometime this week of Raging Loop, as we'll try to tackle the extra stories, because that'll probably take anywhere between, if I read them all, like at most like 5 streams, like a stream for each of those stories, which I think I did the research on. I think those are all going to be like between like an hour to 2 hours to read each at my pace. So depending on how we group them, somewhere between probably 3 to 5 streams more of Raging Loop, which either you hear and you're like groan, or you're like, oh yeah, 3 to 5 more streams of Raging Loop. So yeah, this week we'll get that. We'll get Nier Automata. We'll probably get more of the Devil episode 2. And then probably later this week, more Titanium Court, and go from there. So a big smorgasbord of stream types. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Have a nice rest of your Sunday. Have a great week ahead. Take it easy. Stay safe, stay well. Until tomorrow night, we'll probably play Nier Automata tomorrow. But that's subject to change. Until then, bye. Have a nice night. Bye.